Having the one-and-oh mentality throughout the whole game, and having an optimistic mindset, something good is about to happen. I think that was the biggest thing when we try to refocus as we get off the field, having an optimistic mindset, just trying to approach each play, just going one-and-oh mentality-wise.
Jalen, what are your thoughts on the defense's performance tonight?
When you talk about team, that's very important, especially when you can lean on each other throughout a whole football game. Proud of those guys for their grit, their determination, and how hard they play together. It's definitely something that we can, get our fuel off of and how well they play. So I'm super proud of them.
What was it like at halftime? What was the message from the coaching staff?
I think it was just refocusing. We can't get those plays back. It's all about uncontrollables, controllables. We can control how we approach the field as we got out of halftime. So that was the biggest thing. It's all about refocusing.
Jalen, when you guys pulled ahead at the end, what did you learn about your team with the way you guys finished?
We learned that you don't win a game in 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters. You win it in all 4 phases. So just see the guys just have tremendous grit and pull out a win like that. It just shows the toughness and the want to, in a sense. So I'm just proud of those guys for how hard they kept on stacking, throughout the whole game.
You have grit too. Ryan Williams had that big touchdown catch at the end of the game. Just to have that youth and just that connection between you guys, what does that mean?
It goes all about practice reps and repetition. I think that's a big, key component when it comes to playing on Saturdays is the reps during the week. And it factors into, how well he plays and how confident he is as a player. And so, when we have moments like that, we can distribute the ball to our playmakers. It's all about trust and then falling back to our level of training.
And I saw you talking to Coach DeBoer at the end of the 3rd quarter. What was his message going in there for you guys offensively?
Biggest thing was want to know, flipping the page on each drive. Even when we had touchdowns, the next play, having that optimistic mindset throughout the whole game. So it was awesome to just have the feedback with him throughout the whole game. And he's just a key resource for our offense moving forward.
You have Tyler Booker on your shirt. Just how big was he moving to left tackle for this one?
No, absolutely. That's my guy. Tyler does a really good job influencing the guys in the room. He's a tremendous leader. He has tremendous grit. He plays hard, plays with a lot of effort. He has a lot of pride when he plays. But when he plays, man, he just is a positive light to all the guys on offense. And his leadership is just growing tremendously throughout the offseason and then influencing going into the season. So I'm just proud of him with who he is as a person, how great of a teammate he is. And, I just enjoy just having him as my teammate.
How do you feel about offense is progressed through 2 games? Where do you feel you guys are at?
We're not a finished product. There's so much more we can grow and become as an offense. But one thing is for certain, it's just the tremendous growth that we continuously make each and every week. And it's going to be evident as we go along this process and as we go on this process of a season. So, I'm definitely excited for what the future holds on offense, but we just acknowledge that we're not a finished product. We just have to have that relentless pursuit to continuous improvement.
Can you walk us through the touchdown, Kobe Prentice, what you were seeing?
It was all about trusting the scheme. When the play call came in, it's all about going through my reads and being a point guard with the football, just distributing to our playmakers. And so, it's all about stepping up in the pocket, reading the scheme properly, and then distributing to Kobe. And he did a really good job just doing the rest of the play.
Just design play runs for you. It didn't count because it got called back for. But just to be able to trust your feet and also the ability to be able to grow in the air. I mean, how are you maybe battling and overcoming that?
I think what's so important is the confidence level. No matter what play it is, having an optimistic mindset when the signal is called in, whenever the play is called in, throughout a whole game. No matter what the play is, it's all about the confidence level. That we can execute the play at the highest level to the best of our ability. And that goes into the run scheme, that goes into the passing scheme. No matter what it is, just that confidence level whenever we approach the field. And so that's very important for us as a whole offense when it moving forward as we go along this season.
Jalen, for you personally, what's going to be your point of emphasis this week in practice?
That's a really good question. I think the biggest thing is flipping the page, enjoying the win. Every win is not easy. It's hard to win a football game. So number one, enjoying the win, but reflect, build, and acknowledge, there's rooms to grow, rooms to improve as a quarterback, improve as a leader. So I just have an open heart, open mindset when it comes to just trying to be a better player for our football team. Because that's the most important thing. Is how can I look in the mirror and reflect and build for the guys in the locker room.
What happened on the snap? Do you recall like what went wrong on that the bad snap at the goal line?
That's all on me. I gotta do better under center. I gotta do a better job communicating early on, especially with the shot clock, especially when we're so close to the end zone. So I take full ownership of that. I gotta be better on our end. So moving forward, that's something I gotta improve on.
Is that something you're going to focus on a little bit more this week, just because it's at a road game in a loud environment at Camp Randall?
No matter what, when we're on that yard line, we gotta score. That's the approach, for our mindset. When we get close in the end zone, our motto, we gotta score. We want to put in positive plays, keep stacking positive plays and put points on the board. And so that was something that we got to improve on and something we got to reflect on as we approach, next week and when it comes to game plan.
How frustrating were those penalties tonight, wiping off some of the big plays, and how as a quarterback or leader of the offense do you kind of flip the page and regroup?
Controllables, uncontrollables throughout a football game is very important. And it's evidence when you stack good drives, stack good plays, and as you approach a football game, there's a lot of time left on the clock. And so to linger in one mistake or one bad play is not going to allow us to move forward and grow as an offense. So I think that was very important. As we approach the field, it's all about reflecting, and building off of each other. Because at the end of the day, as an offense, we gel off of each other. It takes all 11 guys to make a great, consecutive downs along the drive. So I think that's very important for us on offense, just having that mindset.
As a guy that didn't play against South Florida last year to be the starting quarterback at home next season, what was that like going through your mind preparing for this one?
I think just every game that I had the opportunity to play for the University of Alabama is a true blessing, and I take a tremendous honor in that. And I don't take a game for granted just being the Alabama quarterback. It's a lot to be the Alabama quarterback and just have another opportunity to play this week. I take that with tremendous honor. So, I do it for the guys in the locker room. I do it for the state of Alabama. I do it for my family. And I'm going to be able to rep that, each and every Saturday. And so it's very important for me just to continue to just keep on stacking great days and keep building for the guys in the locker room.
Last 2 questions.
9 touchdowns in 2 games. How much does this offense really allow you to accentuate your skill set?
It's very exciting. We haven't even reached to the top of where we can moving forward as an offense. There's so much growth that we can be made. But for us as an offense, we got to have that optimistic mindset, continuously just work hard. And, I'm just excited for what the future holds for our offense because we just have a lot of guys in the locker room that are selfless, committed, and take a lot of pride with wearing an A. And so as a quarterback, when you have guys like that around you, it just makes you so excited just to touch the field with those guys.
Is this a perfect game for y'all? You see how you look when you are executing, and you see how you look when things aren't executed as well?
I think for everything you can reflect. What's most important is what did you do good at? What did you do some things that we can improve on? And as we had the 24-hour rule, we're able to do so. And so I think that's going to be very important for our offense, important for our defense, special teams, us as a whole group, as we regroup and refocus once it comes to game planning for another opponent. But the number one thing we have to do is acknowledge where we need to grow at, and then reflect and build off of that. So I think, for us, we just acknowledge that the journey isn't over, and we have so much more we can, put in install for our offense.
Thanks, Jay.